Hello, everybody. Welcome to Feature Focus Friday with Dawn of Adventures, Nathan and his lovely wife, which would be Dawn.
Middle name.
I know. So hang on, because the sound check is adjusting.
Yeah.
All right, we're good. All right, we're good. All right. So Nathan and Ashley there of Dawn of Adventures, they at the beginning of the whole mess last year went back to Michigan.
No, we actually moved up to North Carolina for the first
North Carolina.
Yep.
I thought you guys went all the way back home.
No, that's next week.
Okay. So North Carolina, I was completely wrong. Happily, I didn't type any of that stuff in. So they moved up to North Carolina, and then they got involved with travel agency entrepreneurship.
Yeah, essentially.
And they named it Dawn of Adventures because that's Ashley's middle name.
It's clever.
And they also didn't put Nathan's face on it either.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Harry, she actually started the business long before I hopped in. So, this was her baby. Yeah. I just joined in because I thought it was a lot of fun.
There you go.
We're getting that team picture put up soon.
Tell everybody a little bit about your business, the opportunity you guys took, and what have you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'll let you start.
Okay, well, let's see. I love telling this story because it's so much fun. Just like the coincidence of like how I became a travel agent. And it's kind of awesome. So basically, Nate's parents took us on a cruise on Norwegian Cruise Line. And while we were there, IntelliTravel, which is the company, like the home company that we have a travel agency from, was on a convention on the cruise ship. So they had, a bunch of active travel agents on this cruise ship, and they were having, their annual convention. And so we kind of were like, what is going on? Like all of these people
are all these fun-loving people.
Like the little badges that they wear around their necks all the time, and we're like, what is this? And so we kind of got to talking to some of the people like while we were on the cruise and like just in our free time and stuff. And it was, hey, what are you doing here? And and they were like, oh, we're travel agents, and we're on this cruise during convention, and there's you can sell travel to people. And I was like, what? That's kind of cool. Cause I had originally pretty much wanted to be a travel agent, but I had no idea how to get involved in something like that. And so it was really awesome to hear about that and to hear people having a home-based business, especially because it was, something I could do in my part-time, because I'm a hair and makeup stylist, and so I do weddings on the weekend, but it's not quite.
You just have a lot of free time during the week, essentially. Is what it was.
I needed something extra, and so a couple months later, I just had thought about being a travel agent, and I was like, maybe that would be something I could do, but I had no idea how to get in contact with them. And so, because we didn't get anybody's number on the cruise ship, and it wasn't and I just I basically went on a stalkage rampage to try and figure out what the name of the company was that we even had connected with. And I was like, oh, so I had to search the hashtags for Norwegian Cruise Line, Epic Ship, in March of whatever. And then I finally found somebody who had tagged the same ship and stuff. And I had found one company because I knew Travel Quest, and that's their name of their convention. And so I was like, what? That might be it. But Travel Quest is actually a different travel agency company. And so I kind of had looked into that too. And I just was like, I feel like this is not the right one.
It's true.
And so then I finally found somebody that was with the company that I was looking for. And so I basically what I did was I stalked Untitled Travel's website then, and they connected me with an agent in North Dakota, actually. And she was able to sign me up as a travel agent. So then we opened our own travel agency, and that's pretty much how that was born.
That's the story.
Yeah.
And then I hopped in August of last year.
Yeah.
When
September.
COVID hit.
But
moved up here, tried my time in sales and marketing.
Yeah.
And learned a lot. Was doing business to business, and just wasn't working out. So I was like, you know what? Let's sit down, try to figure out what else we can do. And I sat down with her leaders and really looked at the business plan. I was like, well, this just makes a lot of sense, because I was paying $160 a week in gas, and the overhead for this is so small.
Yep.
I was like, might as well. So we hopped in and joined the marketing side of it too. So now we can actually find
find team members. Help people open
franchise
their own
the agencies.
Yeah.
Right. So we do that too.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun. We love it. It's
just to be clear, your wife is a stalker.
Stalker.
Yeah, it happens.
It's part of the gig.
You just get lost down the rabbit trail on Facebook, and yeah.
Is that what you took from that, Harry? The whole story?
Yes.
That's what you got from?
Yeah, that's what I took. I started stalking, and then I stalked the site, and then I stalked them. That's what I heard. No, I was listening to the whole story.
So I was just trying to find out as much information as I could, that sort of thing.
Next time we should use the word research instead of stalk.
Yeah, maybe. Just so everyone's clear, I put down there.
Yeah.
That's the link to your guys' website. If you guys are interested in either, right? Like if they're interested in becoming a franchise member or something like that, they can do that through that website, as well as book travel and go on vacation.
Yeah, there's a little way to if you're interested in becoming an agent, to contact us on that website as well. So yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
Or you can check out our Facebook page, Dawn of Adventures, and just direct message us on there. That always works to get in touch with us as well.
Mm-hmm. That way we can.
No.
Yeah, my fat cat is being a pain in the butt. The skinny one is sitting over here at the window, just staring outside.
Are those the Egyptian hairless ones or whatever?
Well, actually, the Sphinx cat breed actually comes from Canada. It's just the name. Yeah.
Things I didn't know.
The Egyptian cat is Egyptian Mau, M-A-U, which is the word in Egyptian for cat. So it's sort of like somebody walked up to a cat, said, "What's your name?" and it went meow, and they go meow. But they're not hairless. They're short hair. The meow, and even the hairless cats aren't really hairless. They just have very, very thin, very fine hair. Except for my fat ass over here. She's got this tuft of hair right on her ass. It's weird. Like right here. Oh wait, hang on. Bring her butt over.
Little bat tash.
Oh, how funny.
She's bare otherwise, but just her butt. So you have this all set up. Now I've also noticed, and anybody who's been in the network has probably noticed that you're doing a trivia night thing. What's the deal with that?
Yeah, so we got two things we do. One we do every week, which is Travel Trivia Tuesday. I head that up every Tuesday or Monday. I go ahead and I pick a topic that we do trivia on. It's usually it's travel based, but it's usually just getting to know the world that you can travel in, and it's more or less not like history, but like just fun facts about places you can travel to. And trivia. Yeah, well, trivia. And we usually we always have a giveaway with that. And so like anybody that joins us live automatically gets 2 entries into our monthly giveaway. And then if you play, you get an extra 3, 2, or 1 entries if you get first, second, or third. And it's a lot of fun. We love it every week. For anybody also interested, you can actually go on the replay of Travel Trivia Tuesday, type replay, and you get 1 entry too. So it's just a way to help you get entered into our drawings. This month we are giving away a round trip airfare and hotel stay for 2 nights for 2 people. So that's February's giveaway. Haven't figured out what March is going to be yet, but we'll get there in March. And then on Fridays, not every Friday, but well, it's Friday this Friday. So I coined it on our page on Facebook. I said, join us for Fun Fact Friday with the network. So this is my Fun Fact Friday hat for anybody paying attention. I do have a Travel Trivia Tuesday hat too, which is my favorite. But anyway, yeah, good to be here. Always fun.
Yeah. So you have the events, you have the business, obviously, and you have the opportunity. Have you like reached any like snags with your marketing or anything like that?
Snags with marketing.
What does that mean? I'm confused.
You're talking about marketing the business. Honestly, no, because there's so many different ways to market the business. You were actually one of the first ways that we marketed, I think, minus business cards.
Yeah.
So just joining the network, which was awesome. I know when you joined, you had like, I think 12 or 15 followers, and I think you're over 300 now, which is awesome.
Almost at 4. Almost at 4.
There you go. So, that was great. We use Facebook for a couple other groups that we do. Besides that, we always have, we actually have a $100,000 marketing budget that comes with our monthly overhead. So we can get collateral from essentially any company. Disney alone, actually, we can get TV ads and radio ads from Disney, customized to Dawn of Adventures, which is super cool. And that's included in our package, which is awesome.
Wow, that's awesome.
So marketing is honestly not, there's no real snag. It's just finding the time to do it. But we actually just joined a magazine up here in North Carolina. So we're going to be marketing in there now and moving back to Minnesota here next week. That wasn't a joke. And we'll be leaving collateral out for people there and, drop off some pamphlets and flyers for 2021, 2022 travel and stuff like that. So it's really awesome, actually.
There's like so many different ways you can market. I'm really excited to get back into like the vendor events,
trade shows, stuff like that.
Trade shows, fairs. Whenever they start happening again. So yeah. It's been a trip this this last year.
That's the truth.
So like the whole thing with starting the network, that was really what it was all about. Was the impetus of I saw all these people going, well, I'm still not back at work, and I need to feed my family and stuff like that, and that's I reached out to you guys because I saw you guys were doing something, and then I started reaching out to other people. And in the middle, like you could ask Donna if she was not herding cats. When in August, I'm like I got to do something. I got to help these people because I know half of these people like personally.
Yeah.
These are people I worked with. These are people I've spent years with, and they can't go back to work, and they're trying to do anything, but they just can't market. They can't promote. They don't understand that, your circle is going to help you.
It's true. Yeah.
But you need to get out of your circle because eventually they run out of money, and then you're back to square one.
Yeah. And that's the nice thing with Facebook is you can literally join buy sell groups and market yourself in there. You got to watch out because sometimes they're like, no, not here, get out. But it's really you just have to make yourself visible with marketing on social media and consistent. And the biggest thing with that is consistency. The more times you get viewed, the more people are gonna be like, when they actually need you, they're like, where was that? And then they'll do that research, find you, and be like, yeah, I can totally help, and that's awesome. So
did you guys approach Pinterest yet?
Pinterest?
No, I don't actually know how to even post anything on Pinterest, if I'm being honest.
There's a couple of videos actually on the network about Pinterest by Chef Katrina. Chef Katrina used to work for Disney. I used to work for Chef Katrina at Disney years ago. And she had left the company and started doing basically like mentorship of digital marketing and stuff like that. Yes. And the people at Pinterest call her when they have a question, which is weird because they made the programming and they don't know everything that it can do, and she does.
Wow.
I know she sells a course or something like that, but there's a bunch of free stuff that she had dropped that I basically took the live video and put it onto the network. So if you like scroll down in the videos, you'll see like shares like me sharing stuff from Chef Katrina.
Yeah.
Definitely look into that kind of stuff because
I definitely will. That's a good idea.
Because the one thing with and I talked about this a few weeks ago. The one thing with Facebook, Instagram, and stuff like that is the amount of time that stays. It's not very long at all. No. It's the reason why I use StreamYard, because I go to YouTube as well. YouTube has like staying power of like 3 months. Mm-hmm. Pinterest has staying power of like 3 months. Having your own website is years. Mm-hmm. It's always going to be there. But the other social media networks, it's 15 minutes a day, 2 days. And then it's gone just in the memory hole because it gets buried under all the other posts and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But Pinterest, it's weird because when someone repins your pin, it refreshes it. It refreshes it for everyone to see again.
Interesting.
And it's a visual SEO. So if someone takes a picture of a palm tree, there's your website. You know. But yeah, definitely look into it because I think she explained enough to get it set up. So not like I'm trying to get you to avoid buying her class, but if you have to scratch for it, I understand that. I don't have to scratch for it either. But there is enough on the network to get you set up, to get you started on Pinterest.
Awesome. Well, we'll definitely check that out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, social media wise, we're on Instagram, Facebook, of course. We have a YouTube channel. Not much on there, but we're getting there. Moving has taken a lot of our priorities at this point. But this is a one that most people, I don't think anybody in our sphere of influence has really gotten into Pinterest. So I'll have to look into that.
Definitely.
Pinterest, it's the reason why it works really well is because people just go there to buy stuff.
Yeah.
Like they go there, they're looking for ideas, but they're also looking for websites to buy stuff
too, because like Etsy, I go on and I'm like, oh, like show me what there is, and then it's like a link to Etsy, and I'm like, yeah, I want to buy that from this person who made it because it's cool.
Right. Yeah. Right. You could promote just like trips on there.
Yeah.
Build a trip, throw it on there, and it's a really cool idea. I will keep that in mind and figure out.
Definitely gives you like a wide audience. I think there's something in the neighborhood of like 300 million hits on Pinterest every week or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's topping out over Facebook and all that stuff because of the fact that it's really just a shopping site. And
that's really cool. Honestly, I'll definitely look into that because I feel like the hassle with Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that, like you spend so much time on there to get such little exposure.
Yeah.
Right.
But what it sounds like is your time is much better spent putting it on Pinterest because it'll be there for a lot longer. So that's really
I actually automate 90% of the stuff I do on Facebook and Twitter. Just like I have a co-schedule, and I basically just as I put fresh posts on, I put them into requeue, and then once every I think it's like every 10 days it becomes available. But I've got so much backed up in that requeue.
Nice.
I basically like repeat a post once a month, if that. So it's sort of how I manage my time because I can't consistently post.
Oh, I totally
consistently work on the network and consistently work on my podcast and consistently work on building guitars.
Yeah,
creating bass lessons. I mean, I've got 8 businesses going at once, basically.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
But I have a goal.
What's your goal? I'm just curious.
I'm going to be unemployable at 2024 around this time.
Okay.
Like I'm not going to work for anybody else ever again.
Oh, brilliant.
I mean, I'm going to work for myself. My plan for the main source of income is, building guitars and selling them. Yeah. But just get my shit together, get a workshop built, and we're just going to move there, and then that's it. Just deal with UPS and food delivery people, and that's it.
There you go.
That's all you need, really.
Yeah, it's the dream. Get away from everybody and get a big shotgun. Get off my lawn. I'm getting that old.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
So what's the plans for like the next? What's the next big plan? What's the next big thing?
Well, should I hop on that one? Next big plan?
Sure.
So next big plan, next big thing for us. Like I said, I got a job in Minnesota.
Yes.
Kind of just came out of nowhere. So I'm actually hopping back in the food industry. Food service manager at a Christian camp that I went to when I was in high school. Mm-hmm. So I know most of the people out there, year-round position. So that's kind of my next big thing. And then she's actually going to be traveling back and forth from Minnesota because her weddings are just blowing up in North Carolina.
Yeah.
And so with that, our next big thing for our business is to grow it steadily over the course of the next 5 years, I think is the goal, and make that our dominant source of income.
Yep.
And everything we make from that, because we'll have enough from our other two jobs, just put right back into it so we can just keep growing and growing. Mm-hmm. And hopefully in 5 years, we'll be able to, like you said, be unemployable and just live off of that, because that sounds great to me. So that's the next big push for us. And then really just focusing on, quality, giving quality to the people and helping everybody travel, because it's kind of crazy right now. Nobody really knows what's open, what's closed, what's needed to go to wherever they want to go. And we have all that information.
I mean, I heard to go to Canada, you have to be willing to go for like a month in order to spend 2 weeks there.
Exactly. Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
Not even it's negative. I mean, if you test positive, you get to go to like Canadian Auschwitz. Weird. It's just trippy.
Yeah, it is weird, but let's not dwell on that.
I try not to. My plan is to go further south, man. This is as warm as it can get.
Well, the equator is about as far as you can go, and then it starts getting cooler again.
Yeah, but it's kind of gamey in all the countries where the equator is. So I think Florida's about as far south as I'm going. I just got to figure out where I'm going to go exactly. So Ashley Dawn, IntelliTravel.com, right?
Yeah.
Dawn of Adventures on Facebook, on Instagram as well. Is there a Twitter?
There's not a Twitter.
No.
There's a Dawn of Adventures on YouTube.
There's a Dawn of Adventures YouTube.
Yeah, do we?
I think so. I signed up for a TikTok, but I can't remember. Let's see. Let me check real quick.
Yeah, I don't mess with the TikTok. It's one of those young kids worlds that I can't deal with.
Hole, honestly.
It is not a Dawn of Adventures TikTok.
So, it is no TikTok. But
I might change that, but we'll see.
There you go.
And well, obviously, you also have the page on the network's WordPress. It'll actually be like a separate listing, like a second listing, because it's generally how I've been doing it is the Feature Focus Friday has been getting like their own pages as they come in, unless it's Donna and I talking to each other. Then we just don't bother posting it. But once a week, provided we have a guest, we throw one of those up there on the page, so that gets its own separate blog post, basically. Oh yeah, by the way, I don't know if any of you guys know anything from New York, but someone had to say this. No?
Okay.
No? Okay. Well, Howard Stern's a radio person from New York, and basically he'd have a guy go into like anywhere where they were recording anything and just run in and say that. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
It's one of my high class friends from New York. So there was Chris Papil's 15 minutes of fame.
There you go.
All right, so those are all the ways to get a hold of you. And every Tuesday night you have Trivia Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
And that gives entries into a travel giveaway.
Yep.
And you don't know what March is yet, but for February, which they still have like 2 days.
Yep. So they can go back onto any of our past Travel Trivia Tuesdays for February. They can start replaying all of them, all 4 of them.
Yeah.
You get 4 entries just like that.
Right. Just hashtag replay on it, and you get an entry, and you can do that for each video.
Yep.
And that's for 2 nights and airfare, round trip airfare.
For 2 people.
Yep.
For 2 people.
Yep. So if you, what was it? We had one we gave away. It was for a family of 4. And I always said, if you don't have kids, take somebody else's. But
That's dangerous nowadays, man. I don't want them back.
Yeah. All right. What? Like, grandparents, grandkids, that sort of thing works.
Multi-generational.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
All right. So it's about dinner time because it's getting close to 6 o'clock. So we're I'm thinking. Do you guys have anything else to add? Do you have anything else?
I would just say, just like people out there who are thinking that travel is still not a thing, I would just keep your options open, because there are plenty of ways to travel and to keep travel safe. And we know a lot of people who have been traveling, and our company is still currently booking like millions of dollars in travel
a week.
And so it's a lot of travel that's happening, and just be, prepared to keep your options open as far as where you'd like to go and all that sort of stuff. And feel free to contact us. Like, hey, I have no idea what's open. Please tell me. We're always happy to help and to work with people on that as well.
Yeah, definitely. And a little bit more I would add to that is just our specializations. So we specialize in destination weddings and honeymoons solely because, she's got an in with that crowd already.
I love weddings.
Right. Yeah. Cruises are always great. I know those aren't going on now, but they have insane deals on cruises right now. So if anybody's looking to cruise, we just had somebody book a cruise for Europe, a 10-day European cruise. And then Royal Caribbean for a Caribbean cruise. So, it's open. But if you want to go somewhere like next month, all inclusives down in the Caribbean and Mexico, most of them are open.
Yeah.
You may need a positive or a negative COVID test to get in, but most of them don't need a vaccine or anything.
Yep.
And that's the biggest thing. And then last thing I just want to say is we do a quick free quote if anybody's interested and they're like, hey, here's kind of what I'm looking at. Can you ballpark it for me? We did one of those the other day. But to really reserve our services, to delve into it, we just require a $50 deposit, and it's non-refundable, but it then goes towards your booking once you book.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's no extra cost to you. We don't charge anything else, and we get paid on commission. So for those of you who are looking to support small businesses, we're a small business, and we're just trying to make our way too, and that's how it is. So.
Yeah. That's 100% what the network is about. Just
I love that.
Supporting small businesses, supporting individual entrepreneurs, because that's what became everybody's option. I mean, there's so many people that were just like, well, I don't know what to do, and I need money to eat. It's like, yeah.
Yep.
And it's a story everyone's been telling too.
It's true.
It's I'm happy to see that there are people getting up on their feet and stuff like that. I wish there were more people I could help. Like I know there's more people I can help, but I wish they would help me help them so that I can help them better.
Yeah, definitely. Harry, just out of curiosity, is the network only like for Florida-based people that or is it global?
No,
US?
Anywhere. It doesn't. It's the internet, so it can be worldwide. Thales Coaching. I had him on a few weeks ago. He's in Colorado. The author Seth Anderson Bailey. He's in Texas. So yeah, it doesn't matter where you are. I don't care. I do all my business over the internet. When someone says, "Hey, I want to buy a guitar," the Pandora's Puzzle Box guitar that we sold said we shipped it off to Arkansas.
Yeah.
So shipping's a thing. So it doesn't matter to me as far as where I'm doing business. As far as where anyone is that they want to be involved with the network, it doesn't really matter. Unless it matters to them if they are like a service-based industry. If you're doing HVAC work, obviously you can't be everywhere in the world. But content creators, it doesn't matter. As far as selling things that you're building at your own home or something like that really doesn't matter. So it's more of the only people who it really affects is like service providers, and I get that. I do have somebody I have a couple of people who are based in Orlando that do service providing, but I mean, you could be anywhere because the people who are in the network are all over the country, and there's people in Africa that are in the network. There's people in South and Central America that are in the network. And I think there's like 6 people in Japan.
Oh, wow. Cool. Awesome.
And there's European people. Our old scheduler finally got her visa to go to England to go live with her husband. Oh. So we also have people in Europe. Definitely now. We probably have more than that, but that one I know for sure is there, which kind of sucks because now I don't know who my scheduler is anymore.
There you go.
Now I have to deal with the chefs to deal with my schedule. I can't sidestep them anymore.
That's good stuff.
Well, thank you so much for having us on. We really appreciate it. And
absolutely. I greatly appreciate you guys coming because, people get bored of sitting here watching me talk all the time. I can imagine. And having other people come in and tell their stories is actually an inspiration for other people who are maybe they're in that grind for a while and they're starting to think, oh well, I can't make it, and then they see something like this and they go, oh well, these guys are doing all right. Maybe just keep going, because like I keep telling people, success is inevitable as long as you keep going.
Yeah,
it's true.
You'll get there at some point in time.
Yep. Yeah. That's a great saying.
Yeah, like Thomas Edison failed,
2,000 ways or something like that. Made a light bulb.
But still made a light bulb, so
Yeah.
Happens.
All right, so thank you guys. Dawn of Adventures. There's that website again.
Awesome.
And if you're looking for an opportunity, they do sell franchises for business opportunities in selling travel. And enjoy this musical interlude.
Awesome. Thanks, Harry.
Bye.
Bye.